Good evening to one and all present here. We are very delighted to welcome you all to read on Day 2 of Children's Literature Festival Season 6. And to begin with, we would like to start with a song. Any event is considered good if it starts with a song. And for Read On, we have our own Read On song, written, composed, and directed by our own Alchemy Youth Theatre students. And before watching the song here on AB, I would also like to make a small announcement about the lights and sounds for the Read On Season 6. It's been completely handled by the children of Youth Theatre, so can we have a round of applause for them? Over to the song, and the AB is the song. Thank you.
Secrets to uncover, moments to cherish, emotions to discover, diamonds for escaping, boundaries of reality, knocking the intriguing doors that hold imagination, letting creation flood in, you build a safe shelter. Traveling through time, bringing words to life while reading line by line. Castle of paradise, books that are read and reread, that can captivate us, for us together, the tales that leave us in wonder forever. Turn us for a turning, wonders of creativity. Turning pages one by one, all the way from dusk till dawn. None of us can never stop, we'll always read on. All the way through Hogwarts and Baker Street, we saw the glass slippers with Cinderella's feet. The pond with lost courage and so unleashed hopes. With Brutus's betrayal, our hearts simply broke. Kalidas as Shakespeare, and it lightened Ruskin's blood. We grew up with their characters, and with them we grew fond. Living a thousand lives, traveling through time, bringing words to life while reading line by line. Na 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 na. Always read on.
A warm welcome to each one of you to Day 2 Read on Children's Literature Festival Season 6. Books have the power to take us anywhere, to magical lands, to hidden worlds, to moments in history, and even into the hearts of people we have never met. And today, our stage is that doorway. I am Ishan, your anchor for this session, and together we are going to listen to stories, poems, and performances which will make us laugh, think, and even dream. So let's open our minds, sharpen our ears, and get ready for this wonderful celebration of words and imagination. Our first performance is by Vaishnavi V from Adyar Grade 2 Senior. She will take us into the world of Blind Dog from Malgudi days. Please welcome Vaishnavi.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to narrate a story from the Malgudi days, written by the great Indian author Alchemy Arts. This story is named The Blind Dog. It is not just about a dog, but about loyalty, love, and kindness, even when it is not returned. In the busy streets of Malgudi, near the market road, lived a blind man. He couldn't see. He would sit under a big banyan tree and beg for money. He sat, listened, waited, and hoped someone would drop a coin into his tin. But one day, a little stray dog started coming near him. The dog was thin, weak, and hungry. So, the blind man gave it a piece of his own food, a little piece of vada or rice. And from that moment, something beautiful began. The dog started following the blind man every day. The dog followed the blind man quietly, like a shadow. It guided him across the road, it helped him get way back his home, and even barked if anyone tried to trick him. But the blind man wasn't always kind. He tied the dog with a rope, he pulled it hard, he shouted when it moved slowly. One day, a kind man saw this and felt sad. So he took out the knife and cut the rope without the blind man's knowledge. He wanted the dog to be free. And the dog ran away free for the first time in days. But guess what? The next morning, the dog came back. It sat beside the blind man quietly and waited for him to get up. The blind man smiled. He tied a new rope. The dog didn't mind. That's the magic of unspoken love. The dog has taught us something that day. Here, the dog is not blind, but still stayed with the blind man. This shows how animals can be more loving and loyal. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. That was a wonderful performance. Please give her a big round of applause. Next, we have Nakshatra SJ from Adia, Grade 2 Junior, who will be sharing a magical ride. I rode a rainbow unicorn. Over to you, Nakshatra.
Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna perform a poem called I Rode a Rainbow Unicorn. I rode a rainbow unicorn. We sailed across the sky. I have fed them lots of skittles since they make you fly. We took off like a comet on a long graceful flight. And everywhere the people stopped and marveled at the sight. His sky was bright and colorful, its sparkles shimmered, shine as he arced across the heavens, shooting rainbows from behind. Thank you.
Thank you, Nakshatra, for that lovely performance. Now, let's move on to Vasudha Sridhar from Youth Theatre with a story from the Malgudi days. I am guessing what story it will be. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Hi everyone, I'm Vasudha and I'm going to narrate an extract from Malgudi Days called An Astrologer's Day. An Astrologer's Day is a 1943 storybook written by renowned Indian author R.K. Narayan. All of us know that R.K. Narayan has written various pieces, but this is one of his pieces. This is from the collection Malgudi Days. One day, a man was sitting under a busy street every single day, making his living as an astrologer. He did not know anything about astrology, but was a shrewd person. All he knew was human psychology. Many customers came to him and spoke to him, and he could sense what they could hear from him. One night, the astrologer was about to return home from his work. Suddenly, he spotted a man. He invited the man to sit with him and have his fortune read. The stranger challenged him by not appreciating what he did. And together they agreed and negotiated the astrologer's fees. The stranger lit the cigar and the cigar eventually revealed his face. The astrologer knew who he was. He told the man that he was stabbed and thrown into the well and been made to die. But he escaped. The astrologer said that the man who tried to kill him was now dead. When the stranger asked the astrologer where the man who tried to kill him was so that he could take revenge. Then he sent the stranger back home and never to return. And if he did this, he would live for 100 years. This person agreed that the person who tried to kill him was now no more and was relieved. There comes a twist in the story. It turns out that the astrologer was the one who tried to kill Nayak. And Nayak took revenge by sending the customer back home and told him not to return. This is how the astrologer saved himself from being blamed. And the astrologer was relieved to know that the belief of him trying to kill someone was false. So R.K. Narayan tries to tell us that light and shadow, like truth and lies, coexist together and they live harmoniously and give a peaceful end. Thank you.
Thank you for that mind-blowing performance, Vasudha. Let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you, Vasudha. Now, before I call the next participant to perform, I would like to make a small announcement about the Read On quiz. We'll be going live every day of Read On Festival at 8:30 p.m. So, if you're a quizzer, head to our Alchemy Kids Theatre and answer the questions. The winners will be getting books on the final day of Read On, Season 6. we have S. Vedant from Ariyats, grade 2 senior. He's going to perform I'm Nobody. Who are you? That's an insightful title, isn't it? Let's listen carefully to this famous piece.
Good evening, everybody. I am Vedant from grade 2 senior batch. I am going to recite the poem called I Am Nobody. Who Are You? By Emily Dickinson. I am nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there is a pair of us. Don't tell. They vanish as you know. How dreary to be somebody. How public like a frog. To tell your name, the livelong day. To an admiring Bob. Thank you.
That was brilliant. Now from Youth Theatre, Aushadan Govindaraj Shetty will present a poem titled The Spider Holds a Silver Bell. Welcome, Aushadan.
Hello. I am going to present a poem that, as I have grappled with its meaning, has become closer and closer to my heart. The poem is titled A Spider Holds a Silver Ball by Emily Dickinson. It begins, a spider holds a silver ball in unforeseen hands, and dancing softly to himself, his yarn of pearl unwinds. He plies from knot to knot in unsubstantial trade, and supplants our tapestries with his in just half the period. And art as supreme, his continent of light, dangles from the housewife's blue, boundaries forgot. Now, this is a poem that to me represents fruitless toil. It shows the spider who works day and night, gathering his own body fluids and web fluids into a little ball, his pearl, one might say, and using them to craft grand and magnificent structures, only for an outside force, uncaring, to sweep it all away in just one fell swoop. Now, this represents a lot of moments and a lot of hours in our life, and thus many people have given it many interpretations. I would like to give you three. The first one, which is one of the most common, is that this represents the toil of farmers and land workers, who, especially given that this poem was written during the time of the Civil War, the fruits of their labor were ravaged by war or stolen and turned into a figure on a piece of paper. Another interpretation, more liked by historians, is that this represents a poet or a philosopher who spends his days traversing the murky land of thought. However, he is able to push through and create grand castles of magnificent beauty and spins theories that encompass the entire world, but his theories are baseless and in the end just theories. My favorite version, one might say, of this poem, because it is the one that came to me, is that this represents Emily Dickinson's own life. Emily Dickinson spent the later half of her war embroiled in the Civil War, and as the situation around her became worse and worse, with her mother falling sick and her family beginning to lose money, she began to isolate herself, secluding away from other people. But if you were to take a step back and look at the letters she would send her friends, you would see that she once dreamt of a utopia, and she would compare it to our current world, a world where nothing would go wrong, a world in which the hope of which was ruined by the war and tragedies that surrounded her. Thank you.
Wow, you just opened our ears with the ring of the ball. Now, student, next up is F. Amolika from Adiyar Grade 3 Senior with a performance of the Spring Night. Let's enjoy this beautiful piece.
Good evening, everyone. I am Amolika of Grade 3 Senior and I'm going to perform a poem called Spring Night. The park is filled with night and fog. The birds are drawn over the world. The drowsy lights along the path are dim and pearl. Golden gleaming the empty streets. Golden gleaming the misty lake. The mirror lights like sunscreen sword, glimmer and shake. Oh, is it not enough to be here with this beautiful me? My throat should ache with praise, and I should kneel with joy in beneath in sky. Oh, beauty, are you not enough? Why am I crying after love? With youth, a singing voice, and eyes to take earth's wonder with surprise. Why have I put of my pride? Why am I unsatisfied? For whom the pensive night bends a cloudy hair with lights. I for whom all beauty burns, like incense, all million urns. Thank you.
Thank you, Amolika. Now we have A. Vishnuvardhan from Adiyar Grade 3 Junior who will present My Teacher Took My iPod. Sounds fun. Let's hear it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vishnu. Today I am going to perform a poem called My Teacher Took My iPod. My teacher took my iPod. She said they had a rule. I couldn't bring it into class or even to the school. She said she would return it. I would have it back that day. But then she tied my headphones on and gave a click on play. She looked a little startled, but after just a while, she made sure we were occupied and cracked a wicked smile. Her body started swaying. Her toes began to tap. She started grooving in her seat and rocking to the rap. My teacher says she's changed her mind. She thinks it's now okay to bring my iPod into class. She takes it every day. Thank you.
Great performance. Now let's welcome Keshav Ugandeswaran from Adiyar Grade 2 Senior who will perform Swami's Monday Morning. Over to you, Keshav.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Keshav, and today I'm going to do a story on Margudi Days by R.K. Narayan. Swami's Monday Morning. Swaminathan is lying in bed, eyes half open. The morning sun peeks through the curtains. Oh no, Monday again. Why is Monday so close to Sunday? They should keep it far, far away. He pulls the pillow over his face and peeks at the clock. Ayyo, 7:30 already? If I don't leave soon, I'll miss school. Is that really such a bad thing? He rolls off the bed dramatically, dragging himself across the room like a soldier in battle. I hate school, especially Mondays, especially Earth Math. He sits at his table, looking at his half-done homework. His eyes drift towards the window. If I only had a mango tree, I would go up, pick the juiciest mango, sit like a king, and eat it slowly. Drip, drip, juice all over my chin. Oh, homework! Father comes in, adjusting his spectacles.
Swami, have you finished your homework?
Just about to.
What is 8 times 7?
Let's see. 56?
Good. Now, what is 9 times 6?
65. No, 52.
Swami, concentrate. You're not even trying.
Swami rubs his forehead in fake agony and falls on the table. Appa, I'm not feeling well today. My head, it feels heavy. Maybe I should stay home from school.
Oh, then you could go to the doctor.
Oh, no. Not that sick. Just a small headache sick.
Get ready.
School builds character. I'd rather build a mango tree. He hesitantly picks up his bag, puts it over his shoulder, and walks towards the door. Maybe, just maybe, the school will be closed today. He looks at the sky with exaggerated sorrow and walks off stage dragging his feet. Thank you.
Yes, Keshav, I understand that Mondays are annoying, but that was a really good performance. Thank you, Keshav. Up next is Vaishnavi S. from Adyar, Level AS. She is going to present the powerful poem, Still I Rise. Please welcome her with a big hand.
Hi, my name is Vaishnavi and today I'm going to be performing a poem called I Will Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with bitter, twisted lies. You may drown me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, the certainty of tides and hope springing high, I will rise. Do you want to see me broken, bowed head, lowered eyes, and falling shoulders like teardrops weakened by my soulful cries? Or does my haughtiness upset you? Don't you take it off, because I laugh like I've got gold mines in my backyard. You may shoot me with your words, cut me with your eyes, and kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come out of a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds beating my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shade, I rise, and up from the past, till rooted the pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I rally tide. Leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. And into the daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing my gifts that my ancestors gave, and I am a hope and dream for slaves. I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you.
Thanks for inspiring us with your poem, Vaishnavi. Now let's hear from Sharad Sivabalan from Adyar, Grade 1 Senior. He will present 45 months from Malgudi Days. All the best, Sharad.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. my name is Sharon and today I'm going to narrate a story called 45 Women by Alchemy Arts. Alchemy Arts 45 Women opens in a bright classroom and a little girl named Shanta. Shanta asks her friend, is it 5? Hey, is it 5? Her friend replies, it may be. And she replies, oh, I must go. My father will be taking me out to the cinema this evening. So she go ask the teacher, teacher, is it 5? She replies, it's only 2:45 and she gets the opportunity to teach everyone how to read the time. After 10 minutes, she comes and asks, teacher, it's 5. I have to go home now. She tells, okay, you can go home. And she runs home and calls mother from the next house. Mother asks, why are you here so early? Shanta replies, is father here yet? She goes to change into her best clothes, braids her hair and ties a ribbon to her braided hair. She runs and waits at the gate. Mother tells Shanta, it's only 4. Father will come only after 5 and it's very hot. Come inside. She persists. The hour grows late. And the more she grew frustrated, so he decided to go to his office and ask him. But she gets lost. And the servant worker asks, what are you doing here all alone? And she tells, can you take me back to our house? And she takes her back to her house. Meanwhile, Venkandrao, Shanta's father, recalls the impulsive decision to take her out to the cinema this evening. He feels saddened by the fact that he can't take her out at all and the toys, dresses and other little excursions she has are not there for her. Meanwhile, other girls of her age and all of that. He always laments the fact that he's stuck in office for so long so he can't spend any time, even on weekends. So, on the appointed day, he comes and tries to leave early. He tells Shanta, Shanta, I'll be back at 5, okay? And then mother tells, don't make lies to your child. And then he tells, you don't make lies to your child fast. Then he just goes to work till 5 and asks his boss, boss, can I leave at 5? And he tells, I have some private business. He tells, no, no, absolutely no. You can't go. Nothing's more urgent than your job. Now go and work. He goes and works, observing at his table. It is now 5:30. He pens a letter of resignation full of anger for being a slave for almost no pay. He immediately gives it to his manager and tells, here's my resignation letter. I'm going to be taking some time off. The manager sees the letter and tells, no, you can't take any time off for at least 2 weeks. Ron immediately pockets the letter and goes and works till night. Venkatrao's heart bled when he saw her child dressed up, face powdered, and ready to be taken out. He tells, I'll find a late night show. And then she hits her legs and cries in irritation. Mother immediately comes upstairs and soothes her back to sleep. She's sleeping. She refused to eat. She refused to change her dress. And she even refused to lie down in the fear of wrinkling her dress. Venkatrao says,
possible for me to take her out at all. You see, they're giving me increment. He will. Thank you.
That was a wonderful performance. Next is Shrutika Sri Gautaman from Adyar, Leatherlore. She'll be performing a monologue from the Diary of Anne Frank. Let's listen to this moving piece.
Hello everyone, I'm Shrutika Sri. Today I'm going to be performing a monologue from the Diary of Anne Frank. My father started a business importing spices and herbs. My father started a business importing spices and herbs. Things went very well for us until 1950. Then the war came and the Dutch defeat, followed by the arrival of the Germans. Things got very bad for the Jews. You could not do this, you could not do that. They forced father out of his business. We had to wear yellow stars. I had to turn on my bike. I couldn't go to a Dutch school anymore. I couldn't go to the movies, I couldn't ride on an automobile or even on a streetcar and a million other things. But still, we children still managed to have fun. Last night, father told me we were going into hiding. Well, he wouldn't say. This morning at 5 o'clock, mother woke me and told me to hurry and get dressed. I was to put on as many as clothes I could. It would be too suspicious if we walked around carrying suitcases. It wasn't until when we were on our way I learned where we were going. The place where we were hiding was to be the upstairs of where father used to have his business. 3 more people were coming in with us. The Vandans and their son Peter. Father knew the Vandans, but we had never met them. Thank you.
Thank you, Shrutika Sri. Now we welcome Ritesh Hedge from Adyar Grade 2 Senior with Island of Blue Dolphins. Over to you, Ritesh.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a story called The Island of Blue Dolphins by Scott Adler. There are no trees on the island except a small one stand by the wind. When a log came ashore, has happened once in a long time. It was always carried to the village and walked on a where chance could not wash them in. That the men were sent to haul out the logs in the cove to sleep beside the night. When they were there to watch the island ship, to give the other, Captain Olaf tried to sail without paying us for the order seals. Everyone was afraid. Even beside the men did go watch the island ship and other kept watch on the camp. Every hour, someone brought news. Ulif said that the island woman would spend a whole afternoon cleaning the skin of horns, which she had never done before. While she had been there early one morning, Ramo said he had just seen Captain Olaf carefully trimming his beard so that looked the way it did when he first came. The alludes sharpened log spear stopped, and the scale returned to skinning the otter which brought it at dusk. We, the village of Galas, knew that Captain Olaf and the Sanders were getting ready to leave the island. Would he pay us for the otter skins? He would have tried to slay or would he try to sneak away tonight? Would our men have to fight for a rightful share? This question everyone asked while the alludes went about their preparations. Everyone except my father, who said nothing but each night worked out a new spear he was making. Thank you.
You took us on a beautiful ride, Ritesh. And finally, we have S. Sarvesh Satvik from grade 2 junior with a poetry rendition. He's going to perform the poem I Took My Doggy for a Walk by Ken Nesbitt. I too would like to take your doggy for a walk, Sarvesh. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, let's call him on stage to see his performance. Let's enjoy this performance with full attention.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarvesh. I am from grade 2 junior. I am going to perform the poem I Took My Doggy for a Walk. I took my doggy for a walk. I thought it would be fun. The moment we got outside, it took up at a run. I gripped the handle of its leash. It instantly pulled tight. My doggy was strong and he ran so fast that I practically took flight. He pulled me through the neighborhood. My doggy loved to roam around. I bumped, I bounced, and I banged around until he came back home. So now I'm bruised and battered like a ratty-tattered rat. I took my doggy for a walk. It took me for a drag. Thank you.
Ooh, I don't want to take that little doggy for a walk. He seems to be a little wild. Sorry, Sarvesh. And that brings us to the end of this slot at our celebration of words and imagination. Wasn't it amazing to see how stories and poems can sparkle when they are spoken with passion and creativity? From heartfelt poems to unforgettable stories, every performance reminded us that literature is alive when it is shared. Let's give a huge round of applause to all our young performers for their wonderful effort and confidence. This is Ishan, your anchor for this session, signing off. But do not go anywhere, as we have my friend Amul to take you through this journey with more voices, more stories, and more performances. Stay tuned and keep celebrating the joy of reading.
Hello all, it's me again. Okay, so I've come here to announce to you all the beautiful guest performance that is going to be happening right now. A few words about the performer. The performer for today's Read On Season 6 Day 2 Children's Literature Festival is Mutharagi. Ms. Mutharagi is a Bharatanatyam artist and a theatre practitioner who loves bringing stories to life on stage with the amalgamation of both the beautiful art forms. Having spent years in training in both dance and theatre, she is a person who's always excited to bring new things to the stage through her performance, new forms of storytelling, new forms of performance. With the principle that art is best when it's shared, she is keen in sharing, performing, and teaching this wonderful art form to all the people and connect with the human beings in general who are interested in exploring this world of movement and storytelling. So now, can we invite Ms. Mutharagi to the stage with a big round of applause? That was a very mesmerizing performance. Thank you, Muttaragi. As a humble token of our appreciation and our gratitude, we would now like to invite our operations head, Mr. Sheera Ravi, to hand a small gift to Ms. Muttaragi. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Monica, and I will be your next anchoring for the day. Now we are about to witness a brilliant performance, a monologue that flows from just not from our mind, but from our heart. Let me call upon Guru Priyanka from Youth Theatre for her performance.
Hello everyone, I am performing a monologue from Midsummer's Night Dream of the character Helena. How happy some over, others some can be. To Athens, I am not as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And so he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes. And so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile that hold no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes but with the mind, and therefore is being stupid, painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheeding haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, as in choice he's so oft beguiled. As braggish boys in games themselves forswear, for the boy love is perjured everywhere. But ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, and he hailed down on stage was only mine. And when the hail, a little heat from Hermia felt, and there he dissolved. The showers of oath did melt. I will tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and he will to the woods tomorrow, and I pursue her. And for that intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein I to enrich my fate, to see him thither and back again. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru Priyanka, for your splendid performance. Next, let me call upon Ridul from Grade 1 Senior Area to perform a poetry that has unique power to capture the beauty of the world in simplest words. And Emily Dixon, with her keen observation of nature, does just that in a poem. A bird came down the walk.
everyone, my name is Mridul. I'm going to perform a poem called A Bird Came Down the Walk. A bird came down the walk. He did not know I saw. He picked an angleworm in halves and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass and hopped sideways to the wall to let the beetle pass. And he glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all around. They looked like frightened beasts, I thought. He steadied his velvet head like one endangered caution. I offered him a crumb. He unrolled his feathers and rode him softer home. Then oars divided the ocean to silver for a seam, or butterflies of banks of noon leap splashless as they swim. Thank you.
The way you express the bird's journey and lovely imaginary, true, has made us feel if he has walked through too. We were walking along with the birds, marveling at the gentle steps. Thank you, Mridul. Next we bring to performance, inspired by one literature, greatest tales of courage, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Please put up your hands together for creation from Grade 3 Senior.
Hello everybody, my name is Ishan and today I am going to be performing The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. A long time ago, in a small village by the ocean, there lived an old fisherman named Santiago. He was brave, kind, and loved fishing more than anything else. But lately, he had a very big problem. He hadn't caught a fish in 84 days. The villagers had begun to whisper. Even the young boy who used to fish with him, Manolin, was made to leave him by his parents, though the boy still deeply loved him and visited him daily to care for him. But Santiago was not ready to give up at any cost. On the 85th day, before sunrise, he set out all alone into the deep waters of the Gulf Stream. His hands were worn and his body was old, but his spirit was still sharp. Then it happened. A giant marlin took his bait, a fish so strong and massive that it dragged Santiago's small boat farther out into the sea. What followed was not just a battle. It was a test of endurance, of will, and of soul. For 3 long days and nights, Santiago held on to the line, his hands blistered and bleeding, his body exhausted. But he never gave up. He spoke to the fish and even admired it. "You're my brother," he said, "but I will kill you before the day ends." On the 3rd day, he summoned the last of his strength and harpooned the marlin, the largest fish he had ever seen, longer than the boat itself. Tying it to the side of his skiff, he began the journey back home, victorious, or so he thought, but the sea wasn't finished with him. The scent of the blood attracted sharks. The first one came in quickly. Santiago fought with everything he had, harpoon, knife, and even an oar. But each time he killed one, more sharks kept coming. Then they tore into the marlin, piece by piece, and when he reached the shore, all that remained was the skeleton, grand, bad, and white. Santiago staggered to his shack and collapsed, completely spent. He had caught the greatest fish of his life and lost it, but
he had won something deeper: dignity, resilience, and the quiet respect of his whole village. The next morning, the villagers were stunned upon seeing the skeleton. It was longer than the boat itself. The boy, Madeline, seeing what Santiago endured, vowed to fish with him again, no matter what his parents said. This is the old fisherman and the sea, a tale not just about fishing, but a tale about how to struggle with grace and to live with purpose. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause for Nishan. Now, Ashwin Ramaswamy from Grade 1 Senior will be performing The Moon by Emily Dickinson, evoking a world where silvery light baths earth and quick wonder fills the air. Please join me in welcoming Ashwin as he brings the moon to the life.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashwin. I am going to perform the poem named The Moon by Emily Dickinson. The moon was but a chin of gold, one night or two ago, and now she turns her perfect face upon world below. Her forehead is soft and plus blunt, a cheek like a barley stone, her eyes unto the summer dew, the likest I have known. Her lips are amber never part. What must be the smile? But the remoter stars. For certainly upon her fan she could bestow, where such a silver will, and what a privilege to be but the remoter stars. For certainly I way my path below, beside the twinkling toes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwin, for guiding us through the brilliance of the moon empires. Let's celebrate this moment with a round of applause for the heartfelt performance. Piano Annie Frank, her diary written while hiding, and goes with the voice of millions whose innocence was stolen, but whose stories must never be forgotten. This evening, we are privileged to present I Am Annie Frank, performed by Sahana Sri from Grade 2 Senior.
I'm Alfred, and I'm 13 years old. Well, I was when I started writing. This diary, my kitty, became my best friend. Well, you see, when you're hiding, friends are just hard to find. We lived in a secret island, 8 of us. No fresh air, no running outside, no lights during the day. If we drop a spoon, we froze. Even our footsteps had to be whispered. Oh, it's inside my head. It was never quiet. I still dreamed. I still laughed. Sometimes I still believed in things. I wrote about everything. My thoughts, my fears, even the silliest fights with my mother. Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes I was angry. Sometimes I felt alone. but writing made me feel alive. I know what you're thinking. How can somebody feel such hope in such a dark time? But I did. I believe, no, I still believe, that people are truly good at heart. Even when we were surrounded by fear, even when food was scarce, even we didn't know if we would see the sun tomorrow. I never let that hope go. I dreamt of being a writer, standing in the world and saying, this is who am I. But now, all I have left is my words. Maybe that's enough, because if you're listening to them and remembering me, I still have a voice. And I'm frank. And I'm still here, in every page and in every heart that refused to hate. I'm Sahara Shri from Grade 2 Senior, signing off. Thank you.
What a great performance! The story of Annie Frank reminds us about the greatness of human spirits. Our next performance by Ritika from Grade 3 Senior, who will be presenting this timeless pieces. Hope is the thing with feathers. Let us take the moment to understand the poem.
Hi all, my name is Ritika and today I'm going to recite a poem called Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the careless word. And so must be the storm that could apash a little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea. Yet, never in eternity, it asked a crumb of me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritika, for a beautiful performance of Emily Dickinson's poem. Next up, a story where a little girl named Monica asked her Papa for something extraordinary. The moon. Papa, please get me the moon. By the love between a parent and child. It's limitless imagination that makes anything seem possible. Let's call Dhruti from Grade 1 Senior for narrating the same.
Hello everyone, my name is Ritik and today I am going to perform a story named Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me. Before Monica went to bed, she looked out of a window and saw the moon. The moon looked so near. I wish I could play with the moon, thought Monica and reached for it. But no matter how much she stretched, she couldn't touch the moon. Papa, said Monica to her father, please get the moon for me. Papa got a very long ladder. He took the very long ladder to a very high mountain. Then he kept the very long ladder in top of the very high mountain. Up and up he climbed, and finally he reached the moon. My daughter Monica would like to play with you, said Papa. But you are much too big. Every night I get a bit smaller, said the moon. When I am just the right size, you can take me with you, And indeed, the moon got smaller and smaller and smaller. And when the moon was just the right size, Papa took it. Down and down and down he climbed. Here, said Papa to Monica, I have the moon for you. Monica hugged and danced with the moon. She threw the moon up into the air, but the moon got smaller and smaller and smaller. And finally, it disappeared. One night, Monica saw a thin silver part of the moon reappear. Each night, the moon grew and grew and grew. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick, for what delightful performance. Our next performance is by Sarvesh from Grade 2 Senior, who will bring to the life witty and thoughtful. If I were in charge of the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarvesh. Today I am going to perform a poem called If I Were in Charge of This World by Judith Viorist. If I were in charge of the world, I would cancel oatmeal, Monday mornings, allergy shots, and also Sarah Steinberg. If I were in charge of the world, there would be brighter night lights, healthier hamsters, and basketball baskets 48 inches lower. If I were in charge of the world, you wouldn't have lonely, you wouldn't have to clean, you wouldn't have bedtimes, or don't punch your sisters. You wouldn't even have sisters. If I were in charge of the world, a chocolate sundae with whipped cream and nuts would be a vegetable, all 007 movies would be a G, and a person who sometimes forgot to brush or sometimes forgot to flush would still be allowed to be in charge of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarvesh, for the wonderful and spirited performance of If I Were in Charge of the World. Next up on, we have Darren Littleton from Grade 3 Senior ready to present a gripping monologue that will draw us into the world of characters, showing us raw emotions and deep reflections. Let us welcome Darren Littleton to the stage with a warm welcome, a round of applause.
You're not going to believe this, but it really happened. I found a golden ticket. Me, Charlie Bucket. I never thought it can happen to someone like me. We don't have much, you see. Just a small house with my mom, dad, and my 4 grandparents, all of us squished together. Sometimes we only eat cabbage soup for dinner. But that's okay. We have each other. And dreams. I've always dreamt of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. People say it's full of secrets. Waterfalls made of chocolate, candies that never run out, and even squirrels and salt nuts. I used to stand outside those tall factory gates, staring and imagining what it must be like inside. But it always felt impossible, like a dream that wasn't meant for me. And one day I saw a dollar bill just lying there in the snow. I picked it up and ran to the nearest shop and bought a Wonka bar, just one. I slowly opened it, telling myself, Charlie, don't get your hopes up. But there it was, shining, glowing, the golden ticket. It said I could visit Mr. Wonka's factory with 4 other kids. I was so excited, I ran all the way home. Grandpa Joe was so happy, he jumped right out of bed and danced. I'd never seen him move so fast before. We laughed, we cried, we danced until dinner, and then danced some more. Oh, the factory! It's better than I've ever imagined. Chocolate rivers, candy trees, inventions that sparkle and spin, rooms that stretch and shrink. And Mr. Wonka, he's funny and strange and brilliant all at once. Well, the other kids, they got into trouble. Augustus fell into the chocolate river. Veruca tried to steal a squirrel. Violet turned into a blueberry. I just tried to be polite, honest, myself. And at the end, guess what? Mr. Wonka said the factory needed someone like me to take care of it. Can you believe it? Me, Charlie Bucket, from a tiny house with cabbage soup dinners, to owning the greatest chocolate factory in the world. I still can't believe it. But if there's one thing I've learned is that good things can happen to even some people who have almost even nothing. If they've got a kind heart and a little bit of hope, this little ticket can just open the gates to a factory. Open the gates to my future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad and Mildred, for that powerful monologue. Let's give big round of applause for Dad and Mildred for this remarkable presentation. Please welcome on the stage with a warm round of applause, Kishan from grade 2 senior. Here has his presence his poetry filled with thought, passion, and melody of words.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Kishan from grade 2 senior and I am going to perform a poem called A Bird Came Down the World. A bird came down the world. He did not knew I saw. He picked an angry worm in half and on his fellow raw. And then he drank the dew from a convenient glass. And then he hopped sideways to the world to let the beetle pass. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all aboard. They were frightened weeks and all. He sealed his velvet head, like one in danger. Cautious! I offered him a comb, and he unrolled his feathers and wore them soft the hole. Then oars divide the ocean. 2 silver forests came. All butterflies, all bank of noon. Leaf flashes as they swim, written by Emily Dickinson. Thank you.
Thank you, Kishan, for the remarkable performance. Up next, we have Shivani Vishwanathan from Nevello to perform a powerful monologue from Diary of Annie Frank that will surely leave us all moved and inspired.
Good evening all. My name is Shivani. Today I'm going to perform a monologue from the Diary of Anne Frank. I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding. But I really don't know it myself. I only know it's funny never to be able to go outdoors, never to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's the silence in the night that frightens me most. Whenever I hear a creak in the house or a step outside on the street, I know they're coming for us. The days aren't so bad. At least we know that Maya and Mr. Trailer are down there below us in the office. Our protectors, we call them. I asked father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out they were hiding us. Pip said that they would suffer the same fate that we would imagine. Friday, the 21st of August. Today, I'm going to tell you urgent news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going fine. If you want to read more of this book, you can go and check out the Diary of the Anne Frank book. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani, for sharing this beautiful performance with all of us. Once again, let's give a big cheer. With that, we have come to the end of the day, round 6. When all performers, great big applause for them. Thank you all for your precious time. But before I say bye, I would like to remind about the read-out quiz. Don't forget to answer them and see you tomorrow. I request all participants to come with their certificate for a group photo.